Guys, so hope you're doing good. In this short education video training, I'm going to be covering how Cameron, one of our clients, was able to add an extra 8.5K within 4 days. Okay, this out like with this outreach workflow. Um, this outreach workflow can add you a lot of money while implementing it, and especially when you leverage to growth specialists, right? Um, Before I'm gonna cover it, I will explain you that we're never going to sell to a cold audience, right? This is based on qualified audiences, right? Or extremely or paid audiences. We're never going to do cold outreach because we're not going to sell to people that are not interested in buying our product, right? Why should we um, reach out to people who have a certain problem that we cannot provide the solution to, right? Doing cold outreach is one of the most stupid things you can do. So never do that, okay? So what I told you in the last video, most people already watched it, I think. If not, please watch that before this video because the result is only going to be extremely good if you have a great offer and if you have the right growth specialist, right? This process, you can do this process yourself as well, but I will recommend you doing it by hiring VAs or growth specialists, right? We have an implementation program where we help people implement growth specialists. The reason why we don't implement VAs is simply because growth specialists can add 5 times more value within your business than a VA can do, right? A growth specialist and within the appointment setting role can actually touch into the emotional side of people. That makes sense, right? He is really prepared and he is really able to build up relationships with people. And a VA, on the other hand, is there for following a script, right? But I will cover it in the other video also on how to build an offer that people cannot say no to. Please watch that video first. So after that video, you can watch this video, right? So once you've hired, trained, and managed your VAs, make sure to optimize their profile and banner to your current profile and banner, right? Profile, not use their own profile, but optimize their banner, right? Leverage 10 paid or extremely qualified audiences. Extremely qualified. Like, you have to understand this. Paid is probably the best because you reach out to people with buying power. You reach out to people that need the solution that you can provide, right? So a way to do this is find potential prospects in the comment section of two-step posts or value posts and add them as a friend, right? So there are many Facebook groups and they're like value posts within that group, right? So the influencer business owner is putting out a lot of value or is putting out a lot of two-step posts. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to the comments and you're going to add all the people that reacted. The second thing you can do is go to the members area, right? Every qualified group or paid group has a members area. Go to that area and go to suggested members, right? Add them as a friend as well because Facebook's algorithm figured out that you could potentially assign with their, how do you translate that? Like, Facebook algorithm choose those people that you could potentially be a friend with because you have the same interest, right? Engage within posts daily by adding an extreme amount of value and add the people that react or liked, right? So what I want you to do is let your growth specialist also like interact with the people and add them as well. Or if the people like that post, reach out to them as well, right? So that makes sense. Let's say you can do this yourself, right? But the volume would be a lot less than you would do it with growth specialists. Because if you would do it with growth specialists, the leverage that you have and the result that you get will probably be a lot better, right? So add 40 to 50 friends daily within qualified groups and send 100 messages and message all the accepted friends, of course, right? From one account. Let's say you have two growth specialists that both run 1 or 2 accounts, right? You can scale up that volume pretty fast, right? So let's say you send them a message, right? You need a certain outreach message framework to actually convert them on a call, right? So what I want you to do is the first message always needs to be straight to the point, right? People don't care about you within the beginning. They don't know you. They don't care about you. The only thing they want to know if you have the solution to their problem, right? You have to understand this process in order to create amazing results, right? Same as like what I already told you, we're not going to reach out to people. We're not interested in buying our product, right? Why should we reach out to them? You don't have a solution that they can benefit from. So create context instantly. Go straight to the point with your intentions. People know that you want to sell them something, right? Get to know their situation, your profile, business, country, and mention something personal within the first message, right? Growth specialists can really touch into this side. VAs, not really, right? VAs are there for, they can probably follow a script, but growth specialists can can outform this message much better than VAs can do. After that, qualify them and find inefficiencies, right? So find out what their current mechanism is, the process that their clients need to walk through in order to get results, right? Or the process in order, so it could be their service delivery, it could be the way they get clients, right? So what is their current process on how they get clients, right? What results do you get with it? Like, what results do they get with the process that they're like doing right now, right? Do they get to 20K a month? Do they get to like 5K a month? Whatever. It really depends on the results they get, because on the results they get, you can based on the results they get, you can figure out what you can probably pivot within a mechanism, right? And have you tried a certain mechanism yet, right? And they will probably tell you, yes, we did, or no, we didn't. Find the inefficiencies within their business and educate them with your offer. This is very interesting because you have to sell people what they want and you need to give them what they need, right? So let's say we have an implementation program where we help people refine their offer, create their offer, hire to growth specialists, etc., right? If people, before people joining my program, we always ask what they need, right? Like what they want, sorry. Based on these questions, right? So let's say they have problems with getting clients, right? I'm not going to tell them, okay, we help you create you an irresistible offer that will add an extra 30K within 3 months. We're not going to do that because that is what they need, but that is not what they want. They want two growth specialists that can send out a lot of volume every single day to get them their clients, right? But we provide both. We also provide the offer part because that is what they need. But you need to sell them. You need to market it. You need to communicate. You need to communicate that thing to the market in terms of what they want, right? Sorry. So that is very important. You really need to give people what they want. And when they're in your program, you need to give them what they need in order to generate the desired amount, like the desired amount of money or the desired outcome that they dreamed of before joining the program. Does that make sense? Because if you're selling people what they need, they don't care about you. You need to sell people the thing they want, and you need to give them what they need, right? And that will create the best results within your process, within your service delivery, if that makes sense, right? After that step, offer them a call and confirm the call as well. Like, are you free for a 50-minute chat this week, right? You get a personalized walkthrough of our process and how you can implement it. Ask before sending the booking link. Never send a booking link before asking, right? What you can do is give them 2 dates or let them do it themselves and confirm the call, right? The reason why most of the time we give them 2 dates is because they instantly book, right? Like probably not everyone will book if you send them the booking link, so we have to follow up with them, right? That's the reason why we give them 2 dates. Let's say they're not qualified, right? They don't have the budget or they're just not qualified. What most people are doing is they just put them on the side and never react to them again or interact with them or build up relationships with them. What we do is we build up relationships with them, and let's say after 3 months they have the money to invest. who should be the first one they come to, right? They will probably reach out to me like as fast as possible, like when they have the money, right? And that is because we build up a relationship for 5, 6 months, right? So let's say they're qualified after a longer time, repeat step 4, right? Expect a minimum of 40% closing rate only while you have an irresistible offer. Watch this video I made before this video that is online right now, okay? If you just have not that good offer, your closing rate will not be that high, right? That makes sense. Let me show you this, okay? So there is a process. Through this whole 4-step process, you need to leverage sales assets in order to get a qualified prospect into a loyal customer, right? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, people can rely they can really rely on only a message. You can, from only a message, you can people book on a call. Like you can book people on a call, right? From only a message. What you have to do right now is you need to send them a message. You need to build up relationships, and growth specialists really can do that. And VAs, probably not that well, right? Because what I already told you, they're more likely to follow a script, right? Instead of thinking from their own mind, right? Leverage a VSL or a personalized loom, whatever. Let's say you're an agency, you can leverage. Let's say you have a very high ticket client, and you're an agency providing a certain solution to people's problem. Send out personalized looms, right? So let's say you send out a VSL. You give them much value for content, and you also give them a case study, right? That is what will convert a qualified prospect into a loyal customer. Let's say you don't give them value, you don't build up a relationship, and you don't provide them with a case study. How are they ever able to come that far to become a loyal customer, right? So you need to leverage sales assets. You need to provide value, build up relationships, and send them, like educate them on their offer through following this 4-step process, right? If that makes sense. So let's give you an example of what Cameron did with following this process, right? So he didn't even send out that many outreaches, but look how many calls he booked last week. He booked probably 1, 2, 3, let's say in 1 week, right? So he probably booked 8 calls and he already closed 4, right? Look at this, guys. This shit is crazy. Like, if you understand this process, like if you leverage growth specialists that are going to do this type of outreach for your agency or coaching business, and that like are going to educate your prospects on an offer that is pretty good, you leverage VSLs and content case studies, like you leverage sales assets as well within this process. That's what create those results, guys. Like it's insane, guys. Look how many people are paying when they're on it's a 50%, right? 50% closing rate, right? He made like 20 to 28, right? So it means within 6 days, he had an extra 8.5K, right? Extra 8.5K. That is a lot of money. The reason why he did that is because he followed this process. And what I already told you, like you can send out much volume, but if you don't have the right offer, people will not buy it. Like the result will not be that great, right? If you have a great process from literally sending out a cold sending out a message that is pretty good, a first message, for this type of stuff, what I already showed you here, you have to create curiosity within the first message. Let's say you can bring a response rate from 8 to 10% to 20%. We have a 20% response rate. You know how extremely high that is. Let's say we send out 100 messages. We close like our growth specialist, like we place growth specialists within businesses. Our growth specialists pay us a lot of money to enroll within the program. They go through a whole process, right? We made 3.8K only this week from only our growth specialist offer. And that is not our flagship program. It's just something on the side that That makes sense, right? Because we train them and we place them in our clients' businesses within our flagship program, right? So you have to understand that we sent it out 100 messages and we probably closed 6 people. That is a 6% that like whoever does that. The reason why we're able to do that is because every process is extremely strong, right? So from our first message is good. Our growth specialists are extremely good. So what the growth specialists do is they do the converting stuff from response rate to booking on a call, right? It is extremely high. It's probably 50%, right? We have an extremely good offer, right? And we're transparent every single time. That's the reason why we have a 50% closing rate. So every certain part within the process is extremely good, right? And that's the reason why we're able to convert 6 people through only sending 100 messages in 1 week, guys. And that is not for a flagship program. Of course, we send a lot more for that. But the reason why we only send 100 a week for other offer where we help people like become growth specialists as well, the reason for that is because we have maximum placement opportunities, right? That's the reason why we're not going to accept a lot of people. But we send out 100 messages and we got 6 people enrolled. Let's say we send out 100 a day instead of a week. Let's say we send out 500 a day. Like probably the data will go back a little bit, or will be downgraded a little bit, but you understand my point, right? And that's the reason, because this process is strong. We leverage all this stuff, and we're also able to have an extremely good offer for them. And this process is the same with our flagship program, right? So he was able to add an extra 8.5K within this process, right? With following this process, he collected the emails, the Facebooks, link. So he sent a VSL or personalized Loom, and after that he was able to book appointments and close, right? It are really different numbers. This one not paid yet. I was going to pay on Tuesday, but you can imagine how great results you can get from following this process consistently, right? It's crazy, guys. But what I already told you, you can send out a lot of volume, right? Most people think you just have to send out a lot of volume in order to get amazing results. But if you have a good offer and a good sales process, so this is the sales process you're gonna follow, right? This stuff. You don't even need to send out a lot of volume in order to get clients, right? But if you combine it with a lot of volume, guys, you're going to the roof. It's not that hard to add an extra 30K every few months, right? Seriously. So yeah, please let this video be helpful for you. Implement it. Please implement it and watch the other video first before implementing this stuff, right? If you really implement it, it can give you great results. If you don't want to do it yourself, reach out to me on Instagram, and I'm going to cover about what our process is and how we helping agencies and coaches scale past 50K a month. Okay, so if you're interested in that, reach out to me on Instagram. If not, it's totally fine. I'll just give everything for free. What we're doing is I just give you all the information, right? Some people just lack the implementation, and that is our solution. That is what we provide for the people, right? I know people package this into a 5K course, but we are giving it out for free because that's the way to go, right? That's how to build relationships with people. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watch this video till the end, and yeah, see you in next video.